I don't believe that the general public should be panicked about this novel coronavirus outbreak. I think it's important that people are alert to what's going on in their communities and what's going on in the world, and are looking at public health authorities and their local health departments' guidance and trying to follow it and understand what's being recommended. But this isn't something to panic about. When you're in the early days of an outbreak, you often will hear about the worst cases first, the most severe cases that are in the hospital, that are dying, but that doesn't reflect what this virus really does to the majority of people. What we're learning is that the majority of cases are mild, and that makes sense because coronaviruses are 1/4 of the cause of the common cold. So it does have this spectrum of illness that can be very mild in some instances and severe in others. And what we're finding out more and more is that the people who die from this illness are rare. They aren't the representative of what the normal experience is with this virus. And as we learn more about this virus and do more testing of people with mild illness, we will see case numbers will go up, but the fatality rate will go down. And this is something that we can manage if we prepare ourselves for it. The discovery of this novel coronavirus has caused a lot of chaos, primarily because it's new. Anytime you use the word novel, that's going to be much more challenging and scary for the public to comprehend, and even policymakers and politicians to comprehend. Everybody deals with the flu every year. They know about it. It's not something that panics them, even though it kills thousands of, for example, Americans every year. And in the United States, we have dozens of children dead of the flu this year. That's something that people take for granted. So anytime you say something is new, even if it pales in comparison to the threat from influenza or other infectious diseases, people will be panicked because it is new. And that's really important to try and demystify that just because something is new and not known to science doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be any worse or that it's going to even displace some of our normal threats that we have year to year. Yes, it's going to be disruptive. Yes, it can be scary and information may shift, but it's really important that you keep it in context and understand we deal with diseases like influenza, which kill much more and have a much bigger societal impact every day. Right now, I think it's important to remember that we're still in the middle of respiratory virus season in the Northern Hemisphere. So there is a lot of influenza circulating around. So it's important to remember that those types of viruses are still there. So you need to be doing the exact same types of stuff that for the novel coronavirus as you would do for flu, which means good hand hygiene, cough etiquette, staying home if you're sick. Those types of things are the best thing that you can do. And actually, just with this virus, it's important to look at what your local health departments are saying about preparedness activities in your community and see what's going on and keep yourself abreast of those developments.